Originally intended to be a single massive polder, work on dredging up Flavelon finally began in 1950, but several changes were made to the original plan as they went about it. The development of the previous Nordost polder had left the new, lower-lying land in the polder directly connected to the older and higher elevated mainland, which led to groundwater from the higher mainland seeping into the new lower land, which led to the ground in the mainland to start sinking and causing all kinds of problems. The original plan for the Flavelon polder was to leave it connected to the
Zerons! Zerons. Two runs.
The design of the computer chip layer by layer, which eventually forms circuits that goes on to create the computational foundations of our entire modern world. Now, the precise kind of light used by photolithography machines is incredibly crucial to understand, and early on, back in the 1960s, when this technology was first coming around, they primarily relied on using only visible light beams, which have a relatively large wavelength and are only capable of building out pretty large features on the silicon wafer, which is undesirable because the smaller you can get the transistors, the more of them you can pack onto the silicon wafer, and the more powerful the chip ultimately becomes. Smaller and smaller wavelengths of light were steadily used by photolithographers to build more and more powerful chips until ASML came around in the 1980s to throw their hat in the ring too. By 1986, ASML had produced their
What?
But for anything outside of it would fill in context based on their own prejudices and presumptions. He also coined the term the manufacture of consent to describe the way in which those in power could mold public opinion to their own ends. As a solution, Libman said the public needed objective facts. As he wrote, there is no prospect in any time which we can conceive that the whole invisible environment will be so clear to all men that they will spontaneously arrive at sound public opinion on the whole business of government. But we can steadily increase our real control over these acts by insisting that all of them shall be plainly recorded and their results objectively measured. These conclusions also led him to a low opinion of the public at large and a high opinion of educated experts to make decisions and advise leaders. But as the Second World War came to an end and the welfare state, regulations, and high taxes on the rich of the New Deal solidified as a status quo challenged by neither major U.S. political party, many outside of them saw the hand of out-of-touch technocrats at work manufacturing consent, and they desired to manufacture a consent of their own. In the year 1953, wealthy textile heir-turned-publisher Henry Regnery gathered a group of like-minded publishers, editors, and writers in a room, including William F. Buckley Jr., Frank Hannigan, Raymond Moley, and John Chamberlain. Regnery told them, "The side we represent controls most of the wealth in this country. The idea is..."
I'm not sure I want to. I had such a horrible experience with servers before when I did have Java Edition.
Yeah. It's hard.
Like public servers, I mean.
Yeah, it's extremely horrible.
We had a cool system on the private one. It was like friends of friends, but it kept a record of who added who. So if they fucked up, you were held accountable, and it single-handedly like made the server well behaved. It was the coolest idea ever. Like somebody made the plugin, by the way. It wasn't like a downloaded mod. Somebody made that.
That's amazing.
Nobody on the group of people that moderated the server
One sec.
older than like.
Where's that from? Where's that from? I have no idea where it's from. Hello, I'm back. I was deafened for a bit. I think I've just done a really good run, but I don't know. Yes! Okay, I'm happy. I did
Did you just beat something?